Alright everybody, this is David Morrow, Hard Target. I'm going to attempt to call Ashtabula City Police Department again to get some records on the 911 call the day, Labor Day, Lake Erie, 2019, where I was about to be fish food in Lake Erie by some people that tried to throw me in the lake, and I overpowered the boat and called 911. Nothing was ever done about it. Ashtabula City did have something to do about it. They knew about this incident. They knew about who was driving this truck that was gone 45 minutes prior to the incident. The U.S. Coast Guard was there. They come out with their guns drawn out, their MP5s and everything. They had bulletproof vests on. I tried to do a FOIA request for the Coast Guard there. They gave me the runaround 4 or 5 different places. I ended up having to call Buffalo, New York. But they definitely said somebody else called up there asking the same questions not too long ago, and it wasn't me. So somebody else is onto this, and they're trying to get rid of the records of this. And we had an audio of Ashtabula City a couple years ago where they were pretty much making fun of me. I told them I had somebody try to murder me, had my personal belongings and everything, and they just laughed it off. And I actually spoke to the woman that was there at the time, and she thought she was going to retire on all this stuff. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, everybody, all TIs and everyone, it's not a TI. This stuff's very real. Especially if you got evidence of it and they try to hide the evidence. You got to keep hammering on them. As you all know, I'm a citizens reporter for the Brady's List, so I'm going to throw that up in their face this time and see what they say, because they gave me the runaround the last couple times I've called. I called and requested the records of the 911 calls. There was 3 of them actually that day. They said I'd have to call the records department. I called, left messages, nobody's ever called me back. I asked to speak to a detective beforehand. They never sent a detective. Chances are, if somebody try to murder you, they're definitely send a detective to you, because I know if I tried to murder somebody and somebody said something about it, the police would be knocking on my door and I'd probably be in handcuffs right now. But here's the attempt that I'm going to do today, and try to get a hold of these people and see how far we can take it here. Hopefully I won't get interrupted. Hold on one second. Pause. Anyway, here's the call to Ashtabula right now. Give him a little ring here.
Police Department Dispatch, Kendall.
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get a hold of some records. I've called a few times and left messages with a record department.
The city?
Yeah, the city.
Okay, one moment and I can put you through.
Okay.
You reached the desk of Michelle Bradley in the Ashtabula Records Bureau of the Ashtabula Police Department. I'm sorry I'm away from my desk. On the phone, please leave your name, telephone number, and a short message. I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi Ashley, my name's David Morrow. I'm a citizen supporter for the Brady's List. I've called you numerous times and left messages, and you never returned my phone calls. This is in reference to an incident that took place on Lake Erie and Labor Day of 2019. It involved the U.S. Coast Guard, some assailants on board a vessel. 911 was called, I think, 3 times, I believe. If you could give me a call back at this number at your earliest convenience, it's 330-328-8330. Thank you. Every time. Let me try again. 2.
Police Department Dispatch, Campbell.
Yes, ma'am. I'm the one that called back just a second ago. I'm a citizens reporter for the Brady's List. I've literally left messages with this woman before, and nobody's answered me back. This is very irritating because it's public knowledge that I need to have a FOIA request. I already did one for the Coast Guard.
All I can ask you to do, sir, is to leave a message. I know that she's out at lunch right now, but if you leave a message, she will follow up with you when she's back in the office.
She hasn't. I've left multiple messages on different occasions. Do you have a captain or a sergeant I can speak with?
If you want to hold for 1 moment, please.
Yes.
reach Lieutenant Jason Irwin, Ashtabula Police Department's General Services Commander and Jail Administrator. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Yes, sir. My name's David Morrow. I'm a citizen reporter for the Brady's List. I've been trying to get a hold of a detective or the records part of this to get a FOIA request done for an incident that occurred on Lake Erie in 2019 on Labor Day involving the U.S. Coast Guard and then 3 other individuals, I believe it was. Hold on.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I've been trying to get a hold of you for quite some time now. I don't know.
I left you a message last month telling you that record is not ours. You indicated that it happened in Geneva.
Ashtabula City was there on the scene.
Not if it was in Geneva, we certainly weren't.
It must have not have been Geneva then. It must have been a different.
And we don't handle anything on the water.
I know that. It was definitely Ashtabula City Police Department that was there.
Okay, then I need the exact date or a person's name.
The exact date was September 4th or 3rd, 2019. At probably about 7:30 p.m.
Okay, will you please on hold for a minute? Looking at the calls from September 3rd, I see nothing. Private, press 7.
3rd or 4th. It was on Labor Day of 2019.
Okay. Like I said, September 3rd of 2019, I'm looking through the call logs. Few digits. To send this message, press 1.
Hold on.
To review your message,
You got something going on here. Actually, I'm the one that made these 911 calls, and I have a recording where they said they admitted that they do have these recordings, so they can't. There's no way.
Okay, what's your last name?
Morrow.
To mark this message as private, press 7. Okay, I do see a call from September 2nd, 2019.
Okay. It was Labor Day, so whatever day that was on. The 2nd.
Okay, and what's a good email address? I can email it to you.
D as in dog.
Uh-huh.
Morrow, MORROW.
Uh-huh.
777
Uh-huh.
at protonmail.com.
PROTON?
Yes, mail.com.
Okay, I will get it emailed to you.
There was 3 calls, correct?
Are you talking about you want phone calls or you want
the 911 transcripts or the recordings?
Those are only, the 911 calls are only in the database for 2 years. So those would already have been purged.
Somebody else requested them from the U.S. Coast Guard, so I don't see how. They have the same exact calls.
Well, our database here at the Ashtabula Police Department only goes back for 2 years.
You can't. There's a way that they can be subpoenaed for that. I mean, literally, that's you can't destroy evidence.
Yes, we most certainly can if we fall within our policies, and that's what our policy is. 2 years.
Wow. What if it was somebody that was getting murdered and then you needed that evidence?
Well, that falls under different protocols and stuff, but
well, this was under them protocols, but nobody ever came and investigated it. Yeah, it's severe. I got a lawsuit going right now with about 16 other people involved in this. It's a federal lawsuit, so my lawyer can definitely try to dig in and find them records if I can't get a hold of them.
Okay.
But I definitely need what you have logged-wise, because I was definitely booked in there for no reason that day.
Okay, I can send you the report.
I need the report and the evidence that I was there at a detention facility somewhere in Ashtabula.
Okay. I will forward you the report.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll handle it.
See what I mean, people? They can't destroy evidence. This is completely bogus. I've got the recordings, the audio recordings. They did not destroy that because somebody else was asking about it too. Anyway, like, share, subscribe to this channel. This is David Morrow, Hard Target. Another one bites the dust today. I'm telling you what. Y'all have a good one.